Father, is it profitable for lay people to read the canons, especially if they feel they are not being protected by their shepherds? Should one read the Medallion or Excerpted? As the publisher of the Excerpted, I certainly think you should read it. As an unworthy publisher and somebody who's, you know, just grateful to God that we're able to provide that or help provide that to the church. We're so grateful to Father George Dokos, who translated it. Of course, he's the most important of all that made it possible, but all of those who worked on it, we're very grateful to God. Why would we publish it? And why would Father George translate it? And why would St. Nicodemus write it if it's not meant for you? Yes, of course, a lot of it's meant for the priest, but there's a whole section in there that's meant for the layman. It's a whole section in the back meant for the layman. So, you know, get a blessing to read that if your priest doesn't want you to read the rest. As far as the Medallion goes, this is the gospel applied. It's like the medicine applied in time and space. Why wouldn't we want to see how the church has done that and learn from it? Now, you should get a blessing for the Medallion, I think, because the Medallion, not that it's off limits to anybody, but it does presuppose a spiritual life and a pretty serious spiritual life to be able to really, you know, digest it. So if you read these texts, there's many more texts like this. If you read advanced spiritual texts, if you read the Philokalia, and you don't have a serious ascetic spiritual struggle going on, you know, you're going to get surface stuff, and you may even misunderstand it. I don't know. So analogous with our spiritual struggle, we read the texts that are going to help us where we are, right? We do these things in order to help us and apply them to our life. So the question is the Medallion going to help us to be strict and stay on the narrow path? Well, all of the canonical corpus is basically to establish the boundaries and to lay down the therapeutic method in each of these cases. So isn't that helpful? I think it's helpful. But you should go to your spiritual father or priest or whatever for questions. You should get a blessing to read it from the priest. But it could be very helpful. I don't see why. I mean, the fathers of the church in the Holy Ecumenical Councils and local councils produced this precisely for the edification of the people and to help them on the narrow path.